Askreddit. What made the weird kid at your school weird? He shit himself regularly. Deliberately. Man, what a power move. I respect that. End any argument with this one neat trick. He walked around like Master Chief. Even teabagged the ground randomly, all while holding an invisible assault rifle. I read that as Master Chef at first and pictured Gordon Ramsay walking around teabagging the ground. He truly thought he was a dirt bike. He would run through the halls jumping off of lockers and make the shifting gears noises with his mouth. Absolute mad lad. Legit boss mentality. 100% alpha material right here. He always carried around a briefcase, but never opened it. Sat on the briefcase during lunch, classes, etc. It was like the nuclear football, always in his hand or he was sitting on it. He carried it onto the stage during graduation, got his diploma. Right as he was leaving the stage, he opened it up, and dumped a bunch of confetti on the principal. I guess it was the long con. No one questioned why he was carrying it on stage. Okay, if that was the real reason he brought it, that kid is epic. This man living in 3019. He was on a hair trigger, would snap and threaten people. Suspended multiple times. Two memorable incidents were when we freaked out at an art teacher, went to his locker and came back with a bullwhip. He made that thing snap and sent everyone running. She barricaded herself in the supply room. Another time someone made the mistake of teasing him about something and everyone laughed, and he pulled a knife and screamed who wants to be the first to die. He was expelled and I'm not sure what became of him. Imagine sitting in class thinking the weird kid is gonna retrieve his gun but instead brings a fucking bullwhip. You went to school with Indiana Jones. He would have full conversations, arguments, and sometimes physical altercations with a brick column in the middle of the cafeteria. Who usually won? I don't think anyone won those. They usually made up those. They would chat like normal the next day. That poor column was stuck in an abusive relationship for at least 4 years. In high school we had a kid that wore his pants up to his nipples. So he was called Pants all through high school. He was very strange. Got way too close to people, purposely liked to slowly touch people, and creep them out. Always walked around on his tiptoes for some reason. In grade 12 he tried to poison someone just to see how it felt. 2 years after high school he got put in jail for killing a hooker. He wrote his crush's name on the wall in the bathroom, with his own shit. They caught him brown-handed. Also would freak out if someone said werewolf. Caught him brown-handed. Beautiful. I was in year 10 when he came up from primary school. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he'd always pretend to be a train and chug along through the quad. People would chuckle as he went past, but he didn't care. Him and his other weird mate would just scoot on by minding their own business. When I was in year 11, one of the Scratter kids, a proper mong, through and through, blocked his tracks and took the mick out of him. A group of us shoved him out of the way and berated him for it and encouraged Train Boy to go on his way. Ours wasn't the best school in the district, but goddamn, at least the trains ran on time. This was the most UK shit I've ever read. There was a kid in my school who was obsessed with Mario. He had Mario sweatshirts and notebooks, and a Mario backpack. Well, someone figured out that if you told him Mario is dead he'd flip, scream and cry fuck you know he's not every time. He got in trouble multiple times for attacking kids who said anything about Mario dying, even if they were talking about in the context of Smash Brothers or something. This happened 8th 10th grade, then I never saw him again. Luigi? He would jack off in the middle of class. He didn't actually pull it out, but he would aggressively rub the side of his pants and his face would get really red while staring at the girls in the class. Everybody noticed, but a word was never spoken about it. I knew a kid that would do that during math class while reading a book about kayaking. It was really distracting. Oh yeah, look at that. Hot red kayak. We had like 3 weird kids tbh. The first one was the guy that I saw pour an entire bottle of water onto a sandwich and then eat the sloppy mess, making weirdly appreciative noises. He's the one that ended up coming to school with a gun, but according to our school, handed himself into the police. The second was some kid that never showered, apparently had a Russian girlfriend who was pregnant. But he had no evidence of this girlfriend. Had some weird obsession with making stabby things out of anything. And lastly was this girl that literally just wanted to fight everyone, looked like a space raider, and said a shitload of racist and homophobic stuff. She ended up leaving the school after she picked a fight with the wrong person.